Hello, my name's Alan Ockenden and I'm a Tree Health Officer with the Forestry Commission. This series of videos is going to teach you how to accurately record the geographic location of a tree of interest. For example, a tree which exhibits signs and symptoms of a pest or disease. It also aims to show why recording this information accurately is so important in the fight against those invasive pests and diseases. In this, the first of a series of videos, we will explore 4 key learning objectives. In this video, we will explore why information collected is so important. It will look at why detecting pests and diseases of concern quickly is so important, who is involved in detecting pests and diseases, and the steps to making positive identification. The second learning objective, covered in the next video in this series, will explore what different methods are available to you and look at why it's so important to use British National Grid references and how information such as photographs and notes can be so important to locating a tree. The third video will explore the different methods and technologies that are available to you. This will include information about handheld GPSs and apps used on mobile phones and tablets, and also map reading skills. Finally, the last video will look at how you can use geographic information to return to a tree of interest. This is either information collected by yourself or somebody else, and will also show the importance of additional information such as photographs and site records. Early detection is critical for enacting an effective control method or strategy when dealing with pests and diseases. Tree health and plant health inspectors rely upon everyone working together to look out for these damaging organisms. In recent years, there have been a large number of pests and diseases that have continued to have a severe impact on the trees in the UK. These include Dutch elm disease, ash dieback, horse chestnut leaf miner, Dothostroma needle blight, oak processionary moth, and Phytophthora species such as this one, Phytophthora ramorum. Detection triggers the start of a process of events that aim to control the impacts of these pests and diseases. The earlier that a pest or disease is detected, the quicker it can be identified and verified and appropriate action undertaken. This greatly increases the chances of instigating a successful management programme, as the pest or disease is less likely to become established in the outbreak site or spread far from that original location. Observatory aims to identify when new pests and diseases arrive in the UK as early as possible. The project also aims to help spot new outbreaks of those that are already known or thought to be known present within the UK. Inspectors and others working within plant health work hard to try and spot and identify new pest and disease problems. However, with over 3 billion trees in the UK alone, plant health professionals rely upon others to be their extra eyes and ears to further strengthen their surveillance. This not only includes those working in arboriculture, forestry, nurseries, universities and other related areas, but also members of the general public, from active citizen scientists through to dog walkers. With an estimated 27 trees per person living in the UK, and with this forecast to rise over the coming years, we need everyone to be on the lookout. So, what happens when you spot a pest or disease? In very basic terms, there are 4 main steps involved from finding a pest or disease to gaining a positive diagnosis, from which point an action can be taken. The spot. Actually noticing the problem. Recording. Noting down key information about observations on site, including crucially its location. Review. Ensure the information you've collected is accurate and that photos are in focus and clearly capture the symptoms before uploading a report. Verify. Plant health professionals will further investigate pests or diseases you report to determine what it is and whether any follow-up action is required. Accurately recording the location of a tree is absolutely key in the second, third and fourth steps to ensure that the final step of verification can occur. The first step in the process is actually spotting something of interest that requires reporting. You could notice a number of trees that have been severely impacted by something unknown, or a tree which has gone from being very healthy to dead or dying in a very short space of time and you feel are not caused by site factors. Alternatively, you could be looking for a specific pest of interest to help out map its location, such as within the Oriental chestnut gall wasp outbreak. Or you suspect you have found a known pest of concern, for example emerald ash borer, or citrus longhorn or Asian longhorn beetles, all of which need reporting promptly. The second step is to record information about the pest or disease which you can see. The preferred reporting method within Britain is the Forestry Commission's Tree Alert. This is an online resource which will be discussed in more depth shortly. In Northern Ireland, TreeCheck can be used to record observations. The web address for TreeCheck is included at the end of this video, along with Tree Alert. Tree Alert includes a number of fields which need to be completed during the reporting process and are also useful for you to keep for your own field notes. This includes obvious information, such as the signs and symptoms you have spotted that might be causing ill health, how many trees are affected, and of course its location. However, it is also important to record environmental type, such as forest or parkland, what age class you think the trees might be, an approximation of the diameter of the trunk, and whether it is newly planted or has been long established. The other important part of recording is to take photographs. Photographs, though never used to make a formal identification, can help diagnosticians make an initial assessment of that report. This helps them prioritise those reports which require immediate action, for example, for a pest or disease of regulatory concern. The photographs also serve another purpose. They can be used alongside the geographic location by inspectors and yourselves or other volunteers to relocate a specific tree. This is particularly relevant in dense patches of woodland or parkland where there may be a number of other trees in close proximity. Make sure you take photos of any distinguishing features, either on the tree itself or close to it, such as lampposts, signs and fences. Take many photos from close up and far away, therefore gaining as much contextual information as possible. You will also need notes to explain your photos. For example, for this final photo, you would want to explain that the tree in question is just to the right of the lamppost above the private land sign. Checking the information you've collected before you report it is an important step in the process. This includes sorting the photographs you've taken and double-checking the location details. When you collect location information, no matter what method you use, there is potential for error. This can either be human error, which happens to the best of us, or inaccuracy due to methods used. For example, apps on your phone or handheld GPS can give you an idea of the accuracy of the recording, but these can be affected by many things such as tree cover and topography. You can take a little time to look at your notes and compare them to what you already know. Improving accuracy and your confidence in recording locations is covered in more detail later.
Tree Alert is an online tool that was developed by the Forestry Commission and is the only reporting tool in Britain to report pests and diseases on trees. Originally it was created to report Callara as dieback, and then it was opened to report any pest or disease in any tree. It's an important tool for forestry and tree professionals and anybody who has trees or care for trees, and they can report any pest or disease on them. The objective of having this online tool it was to have an early warning system, because if we have an early detection of pests and diseases, we will be able to take a prompt action and probably aiming for the good management of this. If you are concerned with the health of a tree and you would like to report it, you can do it by using Tree Alert. You can find Tree Alert either on the Forestry Commission website or easily by typing Tree Alert on an internet search engine, and this will be the landing page. And if you would like to submit a report, you have to click on this link, Submit a Report, and will take you to the landing page of Tree Alert. Here is the first page. And as you can see, you have 3 different boxes on the front page. The first box is to submit a report on any pest or disease on any tree. The second box here is to submit a report on a specific tree pest or disease that you have seen. And at the moment, there are 5 reporting lines. One is for Callara dieback of ash. The second one is Dothystroma needle blight, acute oat decline, Phytophthora lateralis, and Asian longhorn beetle or citrus longhorn beetle. The third box here, if you own or manage trees, you can request a diagnosis. This is a chargeable service and is mainly for consultants and professionals, although this third box is here for anybody who would like to use the advisory service. On the right-hand side here, you can find several links that can give you some information when you are submitting your report. Also, I would recommend to create your own account if you are going to use TreeAlert to report pests and diseases. This will save you some time when submitting your reports, because by creating your account, you will type your details only once and they will be remembered in the system.
So in summary, early detection of pests and diseases is key to effecting a successful control programme. And with over 3 million trees in the UK, citizen scientists submitting high quality reports will help us tree health professionals and plant health professionals by identifying new incidences of pests and diseases. But these reports need to be accurate, including high quality information and in focus photographs.